Hello?
Yes, sir,
Can
it
you
is
hear me?
audible. Yes, yes, audible, sir, audible. Perfectly. Thank you, sir.
Good morning to all of you.
Morning, sir.
Respected
Morning.
Pavan Agarwal, Mr. Pagan Agarwal, Mr. Yashik Agarwal, the founder and the chairman of Ambala Institute of Hotel Management, Chef Nirav, Harsh Nirav, officiating principal, and Professor Sudhir Andrews, and Chef Bali. Good morning to all of you, the students and the parents. It is a great feeling to be among you, to welcome the new aspirants in the hospitality profession. It is a major decision taken by you and your parents to shape your future in the hospitality sector. And I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for choosing this great career. When I look back in 1977, during my college, when I entered the portal of the hospitality school, there was no introduction. The introduction was given by the seniors. It was a bit funny, bitter, and sweet when I look back. Now, this orientation become a profession. It has become a necessity to understand about the institute, about the career, about the faculty and the curriculum. It has been accepted and it has been shared to all the students. Before I start my presentation, I would like to share a small story to the young aspirants. There was a kingdom. It was ruled by a noble king, and the king provided all the necessities and services to the countrymen. The native citizen were content and happy with all the benefits and privileges provided to them. The king was helped by a council of ministers to rule the country. Everything was going on smooth, but there was a concern. The king doesn't have children to carry on the tradition as prince and princess to rule the kingdom. Concern was aired in various ministerial courts to find a solution. Since there was no solution, a decree was made by the king by naming a predecessor of the king and sealed in a box and handed over to the Chief Justice to safeguard it and open the day of the demise of the king. The Council of Ministers were so curious to know whose name was on the decree. All the ministers anxiously waiting for the day of the demise of the king. The curiosity was so much. Some of them thought of conducting a coup d'etat of the throne. As days passed, king was fallen ill and declared dead. The ministers were so happy as the day has come to an end of their curiosity. After the mourning period, the Chief Justice convened the ministerial court to discuss the opening of the decree. Date was decided and the decree was opened in front of the Council of Ministers. When you opened the case, he happened to see a reel of papers in which the conditions of the selection of selecting the future king was mentioned in the reel of paper. And the Chief Justice read the 5 conditions which was mentioned in the reel. The first was the eligibility criteria, that is 18 years. Second was the qualification. You should have +2. And the third was the period of reign, that is, will be 3 years. And the fourth was the term, after the term of 3 years, the prospective king will be tied and dumped in another part of the underdeveloped kingdom, inhabited by the uncivilized tribal population. And the fifth was, whoever feel comfortable should come forward and ring the gong hung in front of the palace. The ministers were very happy with the 3 conditions: the eligibility criteria, the age, but disappointed with the 4th condition. Nobody wanted to face the brunt of misfortune after the 3rd year. One fine morning, to their surprise, they all heard the gong continuously ringing for minutes. All were curious to know who is the one who has come forward to reign the kingdom. To their surprise, they saw a frail young fellow had come forward to take the responsibility of the kingdom. All the ministers tried their level best to dissuade him, briefing him about the consequences after the 3 years. But the boy was adamant, took over the reign and ruled the kingdom for 3 years. People satisfied his reign, which was better than the previous king, and the people were fallen in love with his love and requested him to continue the reign. But the boy was adamant and laid down the throne. The day has come. He was tied, bundled, and taken to other undeveloped area of the kingdom to live with the tribal people. To their surprise, they happened to see the tribals was waiting to welcome to loving king who had made their life a drastic improvement in facilities and living conditions. The moral of the story is, you all are 18 years and you have rung the bell to get into the portal of your interest, that is the esteemed hospitality profession, and at the Ambala Institute of Hotel Management, and determined to study for 3 years. During this period, you should make sure that you study well and equip yourselves to get selected to the national, domestic, and international hospitality chains. Like the lovable king, the international group should welcome you into their fold to be with them for the rest of your life. Now, with this small story, I will start the presentation. Next slide, please. See, as you entered the hospitality industry, you should know what is hospitality. The English, the explanation to the word hospitality is mentioned in the Oxford English Dictionary. It's originated from the word hospice, meaning, it's a French word meaning to provide care and shelter for travelers. And the hospitality means reception and entertainment of guests or visitors to strangers with liberality and goodwill. What does liberality mean? Liberality means generosity. To show generosity or broad-mindedness to welcome anybody, any stranger. Goodwill means willingness to help others. These two main aspects are very, very important in the hospitality sector. Next slide, please. And what is the career scope? This is only one profession. You may find wide career scope. Next. On graduation, you will become a management trainee or a supervisory trainee and leads to assistant manager's level. And then you grow to a departmental level and you become a general manager or a senior company executive in your career. It may take about minimum 5 to 10 years to become a general manager. And if you become a chef, if you choose a career in the kitchen, you will be joining as coming one, then you will become a chef de partie, then you will become a sous chef, and you will become an executive chef. And there are opportunities, many opportunities in hotels and resorts, especially in the hotel division, the 4 core areas, that is housekeeping, food and beverage service, culinary, and front office. Ample amount of job you can look into in these 4 core operating areas of the hotel or resorts. In all these hotels and resorts, there are ancillary departments such as sales and marketing, human resource, accounting, engineering and finance, and purchase, etc. See the amount of job that is available in hotels and resorts. And if you look at all these hotels have associated areas like bars, restaurants, private dining spaces, and all these areas are looked after by the supervisory and managerial professionals of the hospitality sector. There are many major companies in India owning 5-star deluxe hotels, national and international chains, Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott's, ITC hotels, Taj hotels, etc. Next slide, please. Then you have an opportunity to choose your career in the cruise liner. Cruise liners, it is a floating 5-star deluxe hotel. Probably you may come across 4,000 to 5,000 people living in these cruises during their voyages. It is looked after by the trained hospitality professionals. And you have an opportunity to join either in the kitchen or in the service or in the housekeeping or in other areas of the cruise liners. There are many cruise liners agencies in India recruit catering professionals. Disney Cruise Liner, Prince Cruise, Captain Cook Cruise, Costa, and with your education, with your qualification and experience and training, you can get into any of these companies and get and also will get a international exposure. And also you can experience many foreign countries during your services. Next, please. Then airlines and airports. See, there are national and international airlines touching in India. They all need cabin crew opportunity. They all need cabin crews and ground crews to look after their services at the airports in India. You can join them as cabin crew or airport services managers with many airlines touching in India. All these are featured. The airlines that is touching in India is featured in the slide. You can literally go through it. So you have an ample opportunity to get into any of these airlines for your future career. Next, please. Then comes the event management. Event management is a project management, that is creation of development of festivals, events and conferences and product launches. These days, event management is professionally managed by hospitality professionals. Weddings, meetings, conferences, fashion shows, concert, all these are events which is managed by the hospitality professionals. Next, please. Then comes the standalone restaurants. These days, many hospitality students, after their brief stint in the industry, they are coming up with specialty restaurants, standalone restaurants in the downtown cities. So many standalone restaurants are managed by catering professionals who were in the industry earlier. So some of the prominent standalone restaurants are featured in the slide, like Barbecue Nation, Mr. Idli, Yum, Olives, etc. All these are in India. Subway, Burger King, Taco Bell, Domino Pizzas, Pizza Huts, and all these international chains also recruit hospitality professionals of graduates from various catering institutions. You can start as operation manager with these international chains, and you can grow up to the level of vice president of these multinational companies. Then comes the airlines catering. Airline meal or in-flight meal is served to passengers on board of a commercial airliner. There are many flight kitchens located near the airports, like Sky Chef, Taj Flight Kitchen, Oberoi Flight Kitchen, and there are a lot of private air caterers who are looking after the services, and the catering graduates have an opportunity to get into the flight catering also. Then comes the outdoor catering. Outdoor catering, it is provided by an independent caterer. The service is provided by an independent caterer for a function. So there are a lot of opportunities, especially in Delhi. There are a lot of independent outdoor catering establishments. They take care of the services of providing food at an occasion. You can independently start your own venture as an outdoor caterer. Next slide, please. Some of the prominent outdoor caterers are featured in the slides, like Express Catering, Naila, Kawa, Emotion West, etc. Then comes the teaching. You can become a good teacher after a few years of experience in the industry, and you can become a teacher to share the knowledge and skill. And this is mainly to transfer from one generation to the next through teaching, training, and research. And with a short stint of service, short stint in the industry will give you enough inputs to share these experiences to the students. So teaching is also a nice profession you can get into. Then comes the sales and marketing. This is an area where most of the hospitality graduates move into. Sales is selling a product or service in return of money or other compensation. Marketing is the process of communicating the value of a product to the customer to create sales. So these two aspects need language skills so that you can canvas the customer and share the information about the product and improve your businesses. This is also an area where you can get into. Then comes the travel and tourism. And these days, these days, there are many domestic and international travel and tourism companies create packages for recreational, leisure, and business purposes. There also you have an opportunity to join the travel agencies to create traveling and staying in places outside the country or internationally. And these people are moving for leisure, business, and other purposes, so that this is also an opportunity for you to look into in your future for taking up a career. Then finally, my best advice is to follow your interest. When you start learning, in 3 years of time, when you go for internship training, you will get to know what is your interest, and choose the interest and love what you do, and success will follow. And the character and the personality will definitely define the suitable path. And always remember, treat your profession as a hobby and enjoy what you do, and believe yourselves and devote your full attention to your profession. Then definitely the success will be there. And with a small presentation, let me thank you for giving me an opportunity to join in this e-orientation. And also, once more, I thank you for inviting me to join as the member of the board of governors of this institute. And sooner or later, after the COVID, definitely I will come and visit your institute and share my experiences with your students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We are honored to have you today and are extremely thankful to you. And we also look forward to see you soon at the campus of Ambala Institute of Hotel Management. Thank you.